Hello, and welcome to Bellwright. So I need to see where we are up to. Hopefully we're researching something. Oh yes, so we're researching breaches with knee pads, because that is, I think that's tier 2 armor, isn't it? Yes, that's the first of those, and then you move on to reinforced trousers. So I want to try and get that one, but it said it needed crude fur. Then begs a question, because I finally figured out how to get crude fur. Question is whether anybody's bothering to make any.
The village is looking better and better.
Well, that's good to know. It is really good to know. Right, is anybody doing any furry things? Let's have a look. So we've got 0 crude fur. There's some crude fur. Ooh, we scrape it. Interesting. That sounds exciting. Is that now crude fur? Is that how you make crude fur? So that's a bit of crude fur there. Interesting. So that's how you... That is fascinating. I didn't know you could grab some fur and then scrape it to make crude fur. Not that I knew what crude fur was in the first place anyway. But yeah, that would get me on to that. Then once we get that, we're going to start rolling that out. Well, hold on. Is there like a particular strength you need? That's strength 4 though. That's strength 3, so I'm actually quite limited. Oh, that needs strength 3. That needs strength... I think most people can do strength 2. And get up to 3. Well, you can go beyond 3. So in which case, well, Patrick doesn't get involved in fighting. Okay, so I think though, yeah, so we can get beyond 3. I think the limit is 4. Okay, well that's not bad actually, so we could pull it off if 4 is the limit. That's the heavies. So that would be for person. Is it Crusader or who else have I got going with a two-handed? Because there's plus. No, I wasn't going down that avenue. There's definitely somebody I was thinking of doing two-handed. Anyway, let's have a look at the armies, because I'm usually... Well, I should be able to tell from that. Oh, is it Bridget? It's Bridget, isn't it? Let's have a look at Bridget's stats in a bit of detail. Yeah, so I was going to go... Yeah, so she's going rocking that. Okay, so it would be those two who would be the heavies. Okay, so it's worthwhile pursuing that. I mean, at the moment, the best we've got for heavies actually would be that. We haven't finished that up. I mean, that's pretty good. That's 29. But even if we get started with that, you're up to 37. That's pretty good, that.
So far we're doing
So I've got the bits and pieces for that. Right, let's have a look-see. I mean, to be fair, there's no hard and fast rule that says you can only be like heavy if you're two-handed, but so then there's just these two and these two are tier 1 to finish off. I don't think there's anything else as weapons are done. So there's new weapons to pick up in tier 2 to sift through. Oh, that's a thought. Where are we up to in terms of the gloves? Because the tanner, basically the tanner now does the gloves and the... Do they do the gloves and the helmet now? They do the gloves and something else. Boots, that's it, boots. Gotcha. So... Yeah, so we started that, so I've been handing those out, but we want to keep going along there, and there's the There's the heavies. Those two. It's interesting. Trousers with leather knee pads. Interesting. So that's the only trousers you get. But they're mostly for them. Now that's interesting. A small backpack. Allows the wearer to carry items on your back. I mean, at the moment we've got a bag. That's 3 by 3. Whereas the backpack is 6 by 4. So that would be interesting. So it gets you an extra... Well, that's 20... Actually, that's 24 slots versus 9. That's a big boost, that. Right, so anyway, this is held up by a need for, what, 5 straps? That might be tempting, that, if I can see a... I can see a backpack in here. There it is there. Oh. Spoil sport. There's a spoil sport among us. So the ringed... Ah, right, now that. Now we could do that because Bridget can do that. Some of these you need to be a weaver again, so that'll be good. Be better than what we've got. Oh, that's one-handed. I really want to try and get further. Ah, right, so the heavy battle axe needs the blacksmith. So basically I'm just trying to get some of this moving and out of the way, shall we say. But we did learn how to make a livestock barn. Whoa! Dude, that's a big barn. That's big. I'm going to have to move the post, aren't I? Okay. Consider yourself moving. I'll have to find somewhere else to put this thing. Right, I'll put it... Well, there's the gear. The gear's over here and the food's over here. So let's put it here then. Now, what have you made? You all are doing anything? Oh, I've got to set you up. So you're doing 20 of these. I want to see if this is... that's being overly generous. I want to see if this is fixed, because... Now I want to pick up a bronze ingot. That's confusing. I mean, there's nothing in my pockets. Okay. That's intriguing. Why? Why? What? When? Why? How? Anyway, I'll put that in there. I want to get a bit of wood. I'm suddenly intrigued. Why is that not letting me... Is that because it's still cooking? Ah, right, it was set up right. Yeah, that's what it means. Right, because I was trying to... I've been racking my head around for ages, because we've got like a bajillion tin ingots. There's no need for them because we've got a dedicated place called Tin Town doing that. So what I've done is I've tweaked things a bit. So basically copper ore gets stored here. So there's a bit of copper ore there, and tin ore gets stored here. So I'm going to make sure that we don't store tin ore over here either. Reason being is that it's been messing things up. Because I think before the caravan was bringing the copper ore over to here, but the tin ore was going over to there. Problem with that is then some Arnold was picking up a piece of tin ore, then he was picking up the wood. That would then start the actual process, by which time it's too late to then put the copper ore in. So by making sure everything is in the right place, that is, I think that solved my problem. In which case, this place, I meant to change that. I don't want tin ore or copper ore or wood stored here. It's got to go over there. I mean, I know there's wood over there to get, but Let's see, so... Don't keep tin over there, so just double checking. I'm pretty sure I took copper ore out. Yeah, we don't store copper ore there. And we won't store wood either. Right, hopefully that'll help a bit. So it keeps it central, because remember he was going to a barn. The other problem I've still got is people are going all the way down to here to pick things up, and that's not helping anybody. Particularly me. Things are getting messed up. It's getting messy.
I feel it's going to be a good day.
I'm glad you think so. So, for some strange reason, Frank's going all the way down there, I think, to get the wood. Which is bonkers. That was not the plan. Right, we'll head down here. We're going to grab some sleep. And then we're going to try and change things, because things need to change. I don't know if it's going to cause a problem, if it's going to fix a problem. I don't know. Until I try it, I do not know. So first things first, we'll go and speak to the boss, if we can. Although, I haven't said that, we'll have a chat with the boss in the morning. It's a bit late, it's 2 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, I mean, they're supposed to be in bed. So this is Arnold. Oh, it's Cressida. Cressida. Yeah, she's coming down here. She's coming down here because there's quite a lot of wood here. I don't think there's a particular preference, but it's kind of ironic because I've got a logging camp set up here. So it's creating wood, obviously. But it's a case of, well, I've got to leave that there, otherwise somebody will grab the wood and then haul it all the way back there anyway. So it's like, there's a dilemma. So I can't fix that problem yet until either they've cleared the whole place out or I've moved everything down here. Right, let's see. So we're going to head back. So they've managed to start clearing the area out at least. I can see that. That's good. So there's rocks over here to still take out. We've got trees over here to take out. More rocks, because I want to get the place clear so that I can put the buildings in. I mean, to be fair, I can be bringing some buildings over, but having said that, I think part of my plan really was to get the roads in as well. Another reason to get the place clear. Have I got a shovel still? No, my shovel's gone. My shovel's gone walkabout. I do not know where it has gone. It has gone somewhere. I just don't know where. Oh, hang on a minute. I need to go and chat with the boss. Just make sure that we're all on the same page. Because the boss is telling us what to do. The question is whether we're actually doing what the boss wants us to do. It'd be a bit embarrassing if we're not. Right, where's the boss? Boss is down here. Oh, there's the boss there. Meow indeed. Yes, we're going to have a detailed conversation here with Ferdinand, because Ferdinand's the boss. Right. That makes a lot of sense. Whether it'll work or not, that's a different story. We shall see. I'm sure you know what you're doing. Right, so we're just rebuilding this place. So that was just one of the buildings I was moving. Let's head back then. Nope, that's not going to help. I'm not helping anybody by going in that direction, am I? Right, so we want to go back up there and try and check. Although I haven't said that, there's straps, aren't there? It's like 5 straps I need to pick. Hang on, did I not pick up these? Did I not pick these up before? Stone. Piece of stone. Huh, intriguing. There's that. Pieces of stone. Or a tree. Or a sapling. subtle difference. You're a stone, and you're a stone, and you're a stone. Oddly enough, not everybody is a stone. Another stone. I thought I'm getting distracted. I just suddenly saw things lying on the floor and I'm thinking maybe I should be picking things up and helping the process along. It's literally, I mean, I've got to clear all this lot out. I say I have to, I mean, it's really somebody else is going to do it. But if we can clear that out, hopefully it'll help. Because then I can start putting roads in. And then we can start figuring out what buildings go where. But yes, I have a cunning plan. I mean, I've had many a cunning plan, which have never worked. But you never know. It's a first time for everything. Right, that stays there. That stays there for now. I'll put these away. Right. Just going to have them check on the tools, actually. There's quite a few things broken. I shall get out of your way. Right, I'll go and take these over there. Ooh! That might turn out to be extremely useful for something. Right. Instruction of state. Oh, right, they've moved that. Alright, okay. Well, no, okay, so forget about the cunning plan then for now. Let's see if we can get this mosey along. Tell you what, we turn it around this way. Ooh, we can't build it there. Alright, oh, yeah, we can't build it there because I'm standing in the way. Got you, that makes a lot of sense. Wow, this is going to be big. I mean, I didn't realise it was going to be big, but it is, it's big. Right, well, hopefully somebody can be bothered to build that. Right, what did we need? We needed 5... We need 5 straps. I mean, I could probably go out and buy some. I'll have a look. Or have we got some? We might have some, we might not have some. Because they use a bronze, so let's have a look. See, let's do... Now each one of these takes 1 minute and 5 seconds. Holy moly, that's a long time. But what I'm thinking of doing, it's a bit dangerous, is to basically move everything that's got nothing to do with farming all the way down to where that pond is, at least once it's cleared. So that'll become the new Oswald's Place. Well, it'll still be called Oswald's Place. Oswald's Place isn't changing its name at any time soon. Farm itself up here, all the farming that goes on, all the animals, all the, well, literally the farms, that becomes Farm Town. It's the plan. I'm being scratching my head thinking, how can I do this? Because I'm struggling to move things at the moment. Because it's a bit tricky until we get the area cleared. And I thought, actually, well, why not just move, you know, in quotes, buildings that belong to the new farm town by changing them to a new settlement. And then I'll have to set up a caravan that effectively goes to the storage of the new settlement and does trade with the new settlement. That'll be a bit bizarre. So technically nothing's moving except the name's changing. So they'll no longer belong to Oswald's Place, which is our main town, even though they'll be exactly next to Oswald's town. So in theory I can do that. Now the only trouble is I'm going to have to get probably Ariadne Well, I might have a bit of... might be able to get another beggar to help out if I can have a look. Probably be a bit pricey. Well, I'll have a look and see. Oh yeah, I can't get any named people though. I don't have enough renown to get named people. I mean, you're probably looking at least another 1,500 to recruit a beggar. So it's going to be like, Ace is going to be pricey. But if I do that, they can be the caravan that... Well, I haven't said that. No, I don't, because the whole plan was to run the caravan from Oswald's Place to Farm Town. No, actually, no, it was going to go from Oswald's Place to Tin Town. Tin Town to Farm Town. Farm Town to Herndine. Herndine to Copper Town. Then it would come back to Oswald's Place. That was the plan. So I could set up the caravans. It's going to be a bit messy, but I could do it that way, so that way I don't necessarily need new caravanners. So it gets everything set up and nicely in order, and then it'll be just a case of once the actual buildings, once the area down next to the pond's been cleared, I can then come back and just literally move the actual buildings and everything will be in place. So I can effectively move people to new settlements without literally moving them. So what I did previously was to put, I think I've put some people into one of the houses, so they'll all move to the new farm town along with their farms and the animal. Yeah, the animals will move there as well. Then I've got to try and wrap my head around how to move the caravans, and is there anybody else I need to move as well other than these? Because I've got at least one farmer, at least one person looking after the animals, but it just means the rest of them from Oswald's Place will be mostly just crafters. Because the idea is I'm still scratching my head trying to figure out what do I do with all the produce from the farms, because it's like food. If I set up cooking here in like the farming area, it gets a bit complicated because I've got to then move all the food over to Oswald's Place anyway to get it up to somewhere else. It's complicated. But this is all just because of the fact that if I give anybody like multiple jobs, it's just messing things up. But also there's this problem of having that area all the way down next to the pond. People are going down there for crazy reasons. I mean, Patrick's the farmer, but occasionally he's got nothing to do, so he gets pulled into cooking when he then gets hauled off to do where he's literally going all the way down to the barn to get food, all the way down where the pond is. So it's getting a bit bonkers now. It's just too much wasted time. Right, I've done that, so hopefully we can get this research moseying on. I'll have to think about what to do with Patrick then, because if he's got nothing to do on the farm, it's going to be a bit tricky. Right, 1, 2, 3. I mean, I suppose I could give him some cooking to do, but we'll have to think about it, because it really comes down to, well, what goes where, who needs to do what. Right, so this place here, so all these people here. So Caroline works on the farm, Patrick works on the farm, Inga works with the animals. So if we say switch settlement, create a new settlement, so this is Farm Town. Right, so this is now Farm Town. So it's I've moved it, but I haven't officially moved it, if you catch my drift. So there's a bit of extra research that we can do now. Right, let's see, I think there was... Yeah, I was thinking of that, but... Oh, that was it. It was going to be the bag, wasn't it? Oh, I can't because you need an apprentice labourer. Whichsicles. So we could do that. That's the strengthen the shirting. So that must be the next iteration. Or I haven't said that. That's tier 2. That's a tier 2. Ah, right. I can see. Yes, I can see. If you hover over that 2 says it's tier 2. Gotcha. Why have I not paid attention to that before? If we go for the reinforced boots, that's probably a bit easier. Right. So the farms, you are switching to farm town. The thresher moves to, alright. Right. You are now part of farm town. The water well, which I accidentally clicked there. How do I change this then? I can sit at it.
So far, we're doing great work, don't you think?
It's debatable. You are now part of Farm Town. The barn here is now part of Farm Town. Water. Ooh, I'm gonna have to move them. I'm gonna have to find another way to move them. That's part of Farm Town. Farm here is now part of Farm Town. Farm here. Now, I wonder what we'll do with this. Oh yes, how about we move this to, so that's, so if we switch that over to Farm Town, if we switch the barn to,
Glad it's my home.
Farm Town, so that leaves us with a farm over here. These decisions are getting very difficult. I mean, technically I could do it all from the main map, but I feel obliged to just go around and have a look. So that's now Farm Town. Then we're going to get this place here, which is... how's about Farm Town? Yeah. Then we get... Now this... I think this is going to be a difficult decision. I think we're going to put this in... how's about we move it to Farm Town? And the animals... Ooh, wowzers. Farm Town. Right, I need... Yeah, there's no harm doing that. Right, let's see. So, go back to here. So I could have done it all from here, to be fair. So let's see. So campfires... Where's the wells? Well. Water collector. Switch to Farm Town. Water collector. Switch to Farm Town. There's another water collector to Farm Town. Water collector to Farm Town. Right, so there's well 1 and well 2.
I walk like a newborn calf. Forgive me.
Oh, I forgot about these. Aha. You need to move to Farm Town. This one. Ooh, that's a toughie. Oh. That one goes to Farm Town. And hello. Why did somebody drop the bag? Curious. Right, that can go to Farm Town. Right, so that's now part of Farm Town. So this, once it's built... Oh, I don't want to do that yet until I've built it. It's going to be a bit tricky otherwise. So I think this is well number 1. Yeah, well number 1. Well. Okay, so we go down to well number 1 goes to Farm Town. Right, so they're complaining of a missing pickaxe. Now, why doesn't somebody just take a pickaxe down there? Is that so difficult to do? Let me go and have a look. Oh, first things first though, let's make sure that things are getting done that need to be done. Otherwise there's a problem. Right, so the one that does Copper Town. So it starts at Oswald's Place. Then it goes to... At the moment it's going to Herndine. So I'm gonna edit... Actually, I'm going to add a stop, which is Copper Town. And I'm going to move it up to there. The expectation... Oh, that's all that stuff, isn't it? That's exactly what that one was. Let's move it back down to... Delete it, actually. Right, so that one needs to go up then. Right, so the idea was you'd go to Oswald's... So from Oswald's Place, you go to Copper Town and drop off what they need. Then you add in Farm Town. That needs to go up. So Farm Town's going to need food. So we unload... What do we unload there? So there's... So they need various food types. So there's dried mushrooms. There's going to be... What was the other stuff? It's fish. That's it. Fish stew. Top up there. So then we go to there. So then we go to Herndine, where we drop off the bits, what we want to supply there, but also pick up some straps. Oh no, hold on, Tick, you don't go to Copper Town. Copper Town's... My brain's going down to mush. Right, Copper Town is actually right at the end. Yeah, so you'd go to Tin Town actually. Yeah, you'd go to Tin Town. So that's the village. That's not what we wanted. We wanted settlement of Tin Town. Now on there you're going to unload the fish stews. There's only one person living there at the minute. Again, the dried mushrooms. Now she digs things up, so we want to get spades. Why am I not seeing spades? Shovels. I was close. Make sure there's always a shovel there. She needs an axe. Just stick with the simple stuff for now. So there's a pickaxe. There's a simple axe. Where's the simple axe? Simple axe. Can't think of anything else she's doing at the minute. Let's go back to Tin Town then. So what are we doing there? We drop off what? Food, woodcutter. Oh, a club and a plank. Oh, and the tree seeds, yes. A club, a plank, and tree seeds. Just in case. Club. Oh, there it is. Nope, not the broken one. Yep, make sure they've always got that. And then tree seeds. Say 20. Right, so we're dropping off bits. So there was... I think there was a better axe I was trying to drop off, but we'll leave it at that for now. So this one's going to be called... This is left. So the idea is you go from the pond up to Tin Town, cut across to Farm Town, up to Herndine, back to Copper Town, back to Oswald's Place. Whether this works or not, I have no idea. So this is right. So in this case, you go up to Copper Town. We'll add that. So they need the... No, they need the axes. Where's there a simple axe when you need one? It's just telling me about axes, so simple. Simple axe because they chop down trees. Simple pickaxe because they're doing copper. Planks. The club. Actually, that's a thought. Ah, fudgesicle. See if I could have duplicated that, my life would be easier. But I can't, so I won't. So a simple axe, simple pickaxe, that's their tools. Because they chop the trees, they mine the copper. Plank, so then the food would be dried mushrooms. I'll give them dried berries as well. And the fish stew. Now there's 2 of those, so we'll always make sure there's plenty of that. We would get... What would we unload there? I think that's it. So there's... So what was I doing at Copper Town? Okay, right. So when we get to Oswald's Place, so then there's tin, because we're now calling it here. Make sure we're always dropping off tin ore. We're always dropping off tin ingots. Then we get to this one. We've got to add in the copper. So copper ore. Okay. Don't know what happened there. Copper ore. Copper ingots. Right, so I think because we should already be pulling log and wood from both of them anyway. Right, so that's going to... Right, I've missed a stop off, haven't I? So we go to Oswald's Place, then we go to Tin Town, then we go to Farm Town. So Farm Town, we want to drop off the fish stews. Dried berries, dried mushrooms. They're going to need hose. Make sure there's always one there. There's going to be, because they're farming, don't think of what else they would need. Okay. So when we come back... Oh, geez Louise, this is going to get messy. Right, okay, so... Does this make sense? Maybe we should be doing the cooking here. Maybe we should be doing the cooking here. Because I've got to bring back... I'd have to bring back every individual... This is going to get more complicated than I thought, because you're going to have to bring back everything that they produce. So you're talking about carcasses, hides... Maybe I should just leave the food here. Otherwise, there's like all the sage, every single individual item that gets created would have to be brought here. I don't think this is practical now. Yeah, so maybe it's better to then have this just produce all the necessary food. So I'll leave whoever does the food here. I mean, they don't produce anything. Yeah, because most of the stuff we're doing is just either food for the animals or food for the people. All the crafting gets done somewhere else. They don't need any of that, as far as I'm aware. Okay, let's rethink this. So we take the food out. Let's take the food out of the equation then. Right, so Oswald's place then. When you get to the end, you'll drop off dried berries, dried mushrooms, fine stew, because they'll be where the combat's going on. It's going about... Yeah, because that gives you the combat, that boosts your productivity, that just helps against hunger. I'm just trying to think what else there is. We're doing the fish, fish stew. Fish stew helps because it helps with productivity. Yeah, we'll do it that way. So, Copper Town, Farm Town. So we don't drop these off. But we do drop off... This is the left path, isn't it? Right, so... we drop off... Oh, you need a hoe. In which case we'll have to come back to here and drop off broken ones. Right, we'll drop off a broken hoe over here. Yeah, we'll drop those off. So, sheesh. So these are just things to pick up, to sell off. Then you go to cut across to Farm Town. So I know they'll need hoes. I don't think they need anything else. Herndine will sell stuff off. Calling it there to get food. Then there's all this stuff we're bringing back from all of the places. Now at the moment that's just one cart. Because we're going to go in both directions, hopefully that'll solve the issue. But right, so right, broken hose. Bring the broken hose back to here. Alright, where's Herndine and all this lot? Oh, Budsickles, I'm going to have to do that. Right, so Farm Town doesn't need that. So at the moment it just needs hose, as far as I'm aware. Right, so that means that... Who's the cook? Work attributes. So it's not... Cressida. Cressida shall have to stay here. Right, okay. Cressida, that's all she does. Right, Cressida, where did I leave her? That's Bridget. I think this is the dudes. Yep. More dudes, I think. Oh no, Cressida got dumped here. Right, she's been kicked out. She's been officially kicked out. She's going to live over here. Hang on. Can she go and live somewhere else? Is she automatically moved somewhere else? It's probably because she's asleep. It's probably a bad time to be doing that. Right, I'll tell you what, let's go back. Since it's late, I'll go and start shuffling these things around then. So the water well needs to move. Oh, I'll have to do it from here, won't I? Buildings. Water well 2. Right, so that... Right, let's see. So I'll do it from here then. Settlement, Puzzles Place. So Campfire 1. That goes to Farm Town. Switch to Farm Town. Switch that over to Farm Town. Switch that over to Farm Town. We'll switch that over to Farm Town. Cooked food goes to Farm Town. Raw food should go to Farm Town. It's not get complicated, this. There's going to be people living in Oswald's place have got no food. Because until they start moving there. Yeah, until they start moving things, we're kind of stuck. Right. So I'm heavily dependent on those caravans to get moving and start... Oh, I can't because... Oh, Fudgesicles, there's nowhere. Oswald's town doesn't have anywhere to store food. Oopsie! Right, in which case temporarily I'll allow food over here. Gear and tools, right. Food. Oh. These are the things you don't think about. Little sticks. Oh, actually that's a bad move, that. Yeah, I want the wood of I want more wood over there, don't I? Actually, where is all the wood? It'll be interesting to see what happens, I must admit. Oh. Right. Let me get this on the go, otherwise we're going to have big problems. Right. There should be... Surely there should be some logs. Please tell me there are logs. There's a log. Nope, that's not a log. Right. Yeah, so their job is to make wood. So why are they not making any wood? Chop logs requires a tool. Hang on, did I just put a log in there? Where did I... Oh, what's the bits? I didn't have any... I get the distinct impression I didn't have any Yeah, I didn't have any room. And now this is where it's going to start getting tricky. I have realised. I'm starting to realise another flaw in my plans. I'm going to have to get the flax. Oh, syrup of figs. Right, the weaver. What does the weaver need access to? This whole plan has gone completely pear-shaped. Because the trouble is the weaver needs flax, they need hide. Well, okay, well they'll need flax and they need hemp at the very least. Let's have a look-see. So that needs the cotton. So they're going to need a supply of straw, flax, hemp. Floor? Straw. Unless I set up a weaver over here that just turns the... Ugh. It's getting complicated. Right, getting more complicated than I planned. Right, straw, flax, hemp. And of course I've just realised, well, let's get the right side done as well. Yeah, there's nowhere to store it. It's like, no, my plan is quickly unravelling. Flax, straw, flax. Herb? What's herb? I wonder what herb is. Where did I get that idea from? Is that a new... something that they've just discovered on the periodic table, maybe? I mean, I still haven't sorted out Herndine yet, I must admit, but... Right, that'll get those bits and bobs from there. Oh, still haven't sorted the wood out, have I? Right, go and chop the logs. So how much does that produce? 10. Right, I'm going to pop these in here. Right, I'll head over to here then. I want to get rid of this water. Is that Cressida over there? Interesting. So she eventually did get up, but then she's just gone to lie outside. What are we doing climbing on the washing line for? That wasn't the plan. How do I... This is interesting. How do I get her to... Is she technically... Does she... Oh, hang on a minute. That's why. Right. I've got to move the person as well, don't I? There you go. Yes, I never thought about that. Right, okay, so then there's the... Get back to the weaver then. So I think I have to temporarily get the barn here. Resources. Flax. Hemp. You can store straw already. Hopefully I can store rope and the other bits and bobs. Right. Okay. Ooh, now that belongs to Farm Town as well. That's not moving anytime soon. There should be traps. I'm gonna have to. Well, can I move the traps then? Buildings. So the foraging hut belongs to. Yeah, that belongs to Farm Town. So where's the traps then? Where's the traps? Why do they not count as? That's a tree. I don't think I need to assign a tree. It'd be quite amusing if I did, but where's there a trap when you need one? Trap number 2. So yeah, so they don't technically belong to anything as such. They're not like in the list. Now the foraging camp as well. Or is it? Because there's that place there. There's that place there, which is the animals. See, this is the trouble. I'm back to square one. I've got like tons of things to get done, like people here, which means I'm gonna have to move more people over here. And granted, they don't actually move, but so this is going to become part of. Yes, my wonderful plan is slowly unraveling. Right, so that's already part of Farm Town. So the tanner, this is just basically crafting. So at the moment we don't produce any hides or anything. I mean, they're just producing like the eggs and the feathers. Anything that gets butchered, anything that gets... Right, okay, so there's that. Let me grab that.
Better and better.
Tell you what, I think I shall... Well, it doesn't really matter. I don't think it really matters too much. I'll go and do these ones. What does actually want to fit? What do these get us? Oh, interesting. That adds to productivity. Ooh, interesting. I did not know that. In which case... Right, let's get these going then. If I can get to the... If I get... Have I put all the... I put all the wood away, didn't I? Yeah, I have a sneaking suspicion I put all of the wood away.
Happy days, all thanks to you.
It's debatable. I'm just saying. You know. We shall see. I mean, I had a plan. I mean, once everything's moved, I'll have a better idea of what on earth I'm doing, I think. But for now, it's like, oh, this is a good idea. Right, so what I could do then, seeing as they do productivity, we go back to the caravan. I mean, there is one side I still need to sort out, but I mean, fortunately, when they're doing the caravanning, they're going like, and they should in theory be doing like a loop. Right, so if we do the left side, so when you call in a tin town, fish, grilled fish. That makes sense. When you do Copper Town, grilled fish will do. Now there's 2 of them there. Okay. Now when you get to Oswald's place, fish, grilled fish. What are we aiming for? 20. Let's keep this down to something more realistic. Because I very much doubt we'll actually produce that amount. Then we'll do the same on the right. So Tin Town, we want to see some fish now. Because that's actually interesting, that I didn't realise that. That is very useful. So Tin Town's got 1 person, Copper Town's got 2. Alright. Tin Town, right, okay. Copper Town, right, fish. Yeah, you've got to actually change that, right, okay. Actually, do you need to keep 2 there? We'll see. Then when we get to Oswald's place, we want a grilled fish there. Ooh, interesting. We're not topping that food up there. Right, okay. So then there's the fish stew. Then there's the vine stew. There's the dried berries. And there's dried mushrooms. Top up, top up, top up, top up, top up. Right, so who's doing Herndine and who's not? Right, so what did we do in Herndine then? What are we loading? Because I'm going to have to make a note of all this. Yeah, I think I'll do this off screen because it'll take a while. I've got to work out all of these things to sort out for Herndine, but they've got to make a stop on the right as well. Now Herndine will be, if you're going the right, surely you'd be doing Copper Town. You'd be doing Farm Town. Yeah, you'd go from Oswald's place to Farm Town to Copper Town. Copper Town to Herndine. Then you'd call in a Tin Town on the way back down to Oswald's place, right? Whereas if you're doing the left, you're going from Oswald's place to Tin Town, calling it Farm Town, up to Herndine, over to Copper Town, and then you stop off at Oswald's place, right? Yeah, I think I'll sort that offline because I'm going to have to jot down everything. It's a pity I can't just like duplicate them and then just sort them in order, but... right, if we go over to here, so that's basically to make the intermediaries. I mean, I could tell them to bring cotton over. Well, I'll make a note of that. I'll add them in. Otherwise it'll be here till Christmas. When they make these, okay, they'll be making, so the linen is something they make down there. Now linen, yeah, so I don't think that's got anything. Yeah, we're already bringing these sort of things down. Making straps up there anyway. So it's really just whatever the fields and what have you were making. Okay, so I think we're okay. What about the tool maker though? What are you doing, Arnold? I'm suddenly curious as to what you're doing. He's doing something. He's doing something. I don't know what he's making. Doing what he's doing, but he's doing something. I'm just trying to see. Oh yeah, feathers. Cotton. Feathers. Yeah, if you're going to make arrows, you're going to need feathers, aren't you? You get those from the chickens.
With more houses, we could make a small city there, don't you think?
I've got enough complicated things to try to fix, to be frank.
Morning, friend.
Morning indeed.
On the path.
Oh, okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. I'm assuming you're factoring that it's raining, but okay. What are those? That looks a bit strange. Are these the dots that people talk about in the sky? Possibly. Right, let's see. So there's now this is a problem because it means all the food now gets made here, which means I've got to bring the. Oh no, they're doing the butchering over there. Ah, right. Oh, fudgicles. So then there's the reverse, which is the meat. Yeah, I'll have to bring meat down to when these get butchered here. Like the carcass gets butchered, and that's going to include all the different types of meat. That's all going to have to get brought up to here. Yeah. I mean, it sounded like a good idea. I'm just saying, it sounded like a good idea.
With more houses, we could make